Mace wanna help out. So he's like, we got $1 million. He's like, well, I don't know. Cause young boy NBA called me up. He got 2 million. We like, all right, cool. Like we just wanted to get you out the news for looking bad. So I guess the young boy NBA thing fell out. So Mace called back the next day. Yo, see what he want to do. He like, yo, just wait on it. Wait on it. I might got another deal. So Mace like, yo, bro, he said, you got $1 million today in your account today. Today. Hold on, I might got a deal for 6 million. Like it. And I told him why I didn't support the A-Track album. Boom, that's what he wanted. He explodes, he goes crazy after this. I put Cam on. Nigga snuff Cam, he ain't do this. I'm the one who took care of Cam, da 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 da. Send you a yes man. Larry, you a yes man. PT, you don't be telling them the right thing to do. On and on and on for an hour, 2 hours. And I'm like, bro, this nigga lied me because the first thing that ever came out, you called me back to the beginning, you lined me up. You called to diss 50, but diss me. And because I ignored you, you kept going until I did not ignore you. And then when I said something purely about not liking Honor Up and how we filmed the movie Honor Up, you exploded, so you lied me. That's how I take it, my nigga. I was ignoring you even though you dissed me 2-3 times. Finally, when I say something, you've been wanting to get all this off your chest. And I feel good that you got all this off your chest. Paul, this you've been wanting to say. You talk about bleak your ops. You using the word ops, B? You're like, yo, it's crazy. What are you talking about, man? The thing about...
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description where you can watch the clip in the beginning and full it to get the entire context on Cameron's latest show of Talk with Flea that aired the other day, where he addressed the whole situation with him and Dame, how it got to where it's at now. And as I told y'all, this had already started like last December when Dame Dash had made an appearance on Art of Dialogue, and he brought Cameron's name up out of nowhere, and it's been like the little back and forth stuff as of late. They got a little personal now, but I must say, with everything after this episode, Dame Dash has completely let me down, and I'm just completely disappointed with him at this point, bro. Now, of course, he just went viral with the Breakfast Club interview the other day, called that entertainment, funny, and everything like that. I felt that people were already saying things, whether this person's son being reached out to, this or that, but what Dame Dash has done now, it's unacceptable, bro. Just keeping it all the way 100 because of what he pushes, what he says, and claims he stands for. Is he's now announced that he's filed a $300 million lawsuit against Cameron. And on top of that, most definitely, God bless her soul, and may she rest in peace, Cameron's mother was brought up into this. And I'm not going to put that post up right here. It's just he brought her into this and took a jab at Cameron. And I said, wow, bro, you were really stooped that low. She's no longer here, and she's gone. And you know this is real personal and painful to bring that to the internet, no matter what y'all been saying behind the scenes to each other or the contacts or anything like that. For him to go there and just push, and I'm not from Harlem, obviously, but just to push this, oh, we don't do this in Harlem, we don't do that in Harlem, we don't do this or do that, but you gonna file a lawsuit on this man. It's not just the fact you're filing the lawsuit, it's the two things you got in this lawsuit that say, wow, I hear him say, you lined me up, you lined me up, you were lining me up this whole time. When I see these two things in these lawsuits that are old, like old incidents that happened back with Rockefeller, for you to have that mentioned in the lawsuit, it's like, who can tell him he don't have a right to feel that way at this point? And I think he just announced this lawsuit right here, even after he said this. So he been feeling like this is all a setup and lined up, but I'm not saying you did that, but how can somebody say you didn't do that at this point? I never hustled with Mr. Cameron. He's a civilian, but he's effing with my family office, and he's now made my wife and two of my sons uncomfortable. I would never do anything violent, and I don't want anyone that loves me to do anything violent. So this is the only way I can handle this. So this is my version of how the Godfather handled Fredo. I knew it was going to be one of my brothers. I just didn't know it was going to be you, bro. And that does make me sad. We'll just have to let a judge decide like businessmen, and I don't find it funny. I hope that you don't have any houses in your name. They're about to be mine. And at Big 50 TV, I do forgive you because I do consider you my brother. Never let any man go against your family, wife, or kids. Protect them at all costs. I bet you'll shut the F up now. I dare you to say something. Hashtag Godfather. And I got to just keep this 100. When I look at that specific part about the Rockefeller conference, what's defamation lawsuits and everything like that, but just negotiations being discussed, things that he's saying online, it's like, Dame, you're telling your side of the story, and then he's telling his side of the story, no matter what may be true or not. But just to sit up here and put this lawsuit together and publish this, bro, that ain't solid to me at all because of what you push and what you claim you stand for. But when I hear the sabotage stuff being brought up into it and saying that he sabotaged the Rockefeller situation with the Jay-Z conversation and the president thing, I'm like, really, Dave? This is what we doing now, bro? Like, I just can't respect that. I can't look at that as solid. I can't look at that as 100. I can't do it, bro. Like, it just is what it is. Like, I didn't want nobody family to be spoke on. I didn't agree with that at all. I don't agree with people family being contacted, brought into it in no form, shape, or fashion, bro. I don't. And you can tell, I know people say this, you can't tell nobody how to respond. That is also true to anything. I get that. But at the same time, bro, we niggas, man. We black people, bro. We know when, okay, nigga, you done took it to a level of like, okay, nigga, all right, I went low, you went lower, I went lower, but then you gonna bring the man dead mama into this stuff, bro. Then you go file a lawsuit while talking about who a civilian, he's a civilian, and oh, he never, like, bro, what are we doing, dog? And I'm like, Dave, you came into this game and did something legendary. You came into this culture and did something legendary. You came into this and something that I grew up watching and loving from Rockefeller days to before the Rock La Familia, all the way to Rock La Familia, when state property came in, Dipset came in, producers coming in, and everything like that. But you done turned into the guy that you think you're not, because you say you talk about this stuff that everybody else do, Dave Dash, but then you go do the same exact thing, bro. You even accuse people, call people out for suing people before. You call people out for suing people, and now you're suing. This don't make no sense. But tell me what y'all think, man. I'm disappointed in Dame Dash all the way around. This don't kill your legacy as a part of the business, but it's like you just put that stigma on yourself, bro. Like, you did what you did legacy-wise. You did what you did culture-wise. You most definitely one of them dudes, one of them moguls, one of the guys we respect. Well, I respect, but this right here, bro, I got to call that out. What you did, that can't be erased, but what you done did is put this stuff right there next to it now. These things are published in the internet era and in the algorithm, and they're part of your history now. This is what you turned your career into at this point. But tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.